Stars, sometimes the comment section on articles about Kate Middleton are so delicious. Lady Digby comments, "And did you get what you wanted from this life? Even so, I did. And what did you want? To call myself beloved? To feel myself beloved on the earth?" This is a quote from a poem by Raymond Carver, who wrote this poem when he was diagnosed with terminal cancer. He still felt rich and blessed because he loved his wife and she loved him, and they faced the worst together because the marriage vows are in sickness and in health, till death do us part. I dedicate last fragment to Mary Pester and Schrodinger's Kate and anybody else who reads here who is coping with cancer or caring for a loved one. Beautiful. Another person, LRB, comments, "I may be wrong, but I think Kate has been isolated for a long time. She probably does have some friends, and she does have family, but she has given up a lot of freedom for this role, and I don't think the royal family ever really understands that because they have never had that freedom. I am not a fan of Kate at all, but I do think she is very lonely. This is partly why her inability to support Meghan is so shameful. Just as Diana and Fergie were such good friends in the early days. Many of us make friends through parents of our children's friends, watching them play sport or in concerts or whatever their interests. I doubt Kate encourages other moms to be friendly. If I were her mother, I would be insisting that a statement was made saying Kate would not be taking part in public-facing duties for the next year. Take away the speculation. Allow her to do some behind-the-scenes stuff if she wanted. Get her better. Get her eating. When I see photos of her next to 8-year-old Charlotte, it is very concerning to see quite how thin she has become. Her family want her to be royal because they want to be royal adjacent. Willie wants her back out there because he knows she is why people come out to see them. She wears pretty clothes. Who is really putting her well-being above all else? I can't believe I am almost defending her. I think her treatment of Meghan is so unforgivable. But I think the whole issue of her illness has been so badly handled, it has put more pressure on her, not less. Another commenter, Anne, says, I don't know if the Royal Rota are the ones who created the asinine school run narrative that runs through all their stories, propping these two up, or if that's what Kensington Palace has told them. But either way, that's going to bite them in the ass someday. Saying that they didn't say anything publicly because they wanted to wait until the children's break is essentially throwing them under the bus, much like they did with Kate and the Photoshop apology fiasco. It's one thing to say, we're supporting this XYZ charity because our children love the outdoors, and quite another to say, we couldn't act like professionals and leaders because our children are still in school. WTF. These people have all the resources money can buy in the world. They would have had endless options to break the news to the kids, psychologists, counselors, expert advice, etc., to help tell the kids the news. They expect us to believe that they were silent because they didn't want the kids to be exposed to the public curiosity about their mother's health until they could tell them privately on the infamous school break. What do you call the last 3 months? They must have seen, heard, been told, asked about, is your mom really unalive? Are your parents getting divorced? Is your mom getting a BBL? That's 5 bazillion times worse. The children would like to be excluded from this narrative. Amen to that. I think that's absolutely true. Like, it couldn't have been handled worse. Letting weeks and months go by and now trying to scold social media for, being people and having questions about the very family that they have been marketing to us so hard. And if you really want to know why, it's because those media moguls need the American market to make their news entities profitable. Yes, Lord Rothermere talks about it himself, right? All of the English-speaking countries consuming his very, very scandal-ridden, upsetting, outrage marketing targeted articles makes their clicks and views and their advertising dollars go up, right? We didn't get here by ourselves. And it's almost like it was clumsily managed to upset everyone, concern everyone, and let people's imaginations run wild, right? If they had handled it well, responsibly, explained it up front, not been so weird and mysterious with all the weird pictures and videos, there would be no controversy, right? It's like Donald Trump, love him or hate him. He gets people clicking and viewing on newspapers, news shows. It's very good for their bottom line, right? So they've really, I believe British media has gone around the bend to make Harry and Meghan this monster when there's no monster there. It's all made up, right? It's like, think about any, wartime enemy, right? Like, oh, Yellow Peril in the, I guess, late 80s, early 90s, it was Japan, right? All these movies like Black Rain. Now it's Russia, or is it? Depending on who you ask. Some people take their money. What are the facts of the matter? But at the very core of it, again, this is about discernment. Why do all these media entities keep pushing these headlines, these weird... Meghan Markle is going to cause the downfall of the monarchy by selling candles and lip gloss. What? Do you hear yourselves, right? But it's like anyone, posting inappropriate, inaccurate stuff on social media, right? You see the post, oh, Donald Trump flew to the moon. It doesn't make it true, but it might be compelling enough to make you click on that article, right? We can't wait to see what Meghan Markle is going to sell. The makeup alone is going to be so good. But in the meantime, we're not getting what we need. We need reassurance. We need to know that our girl Kate is doing just fine. And there have been some very false notes played. And we're not in the wrong for discussing that amongst ourselves and pointing it out. It doesn't engender ill will. It is not hate. We're concerned. I still want Queen Letizia of Spain to, go on over there and have a look around. Somebody from the outside who's not on the royal family or the British media payroll to tell us what's up. I don't think Rishi Sunak can do it. I don't think that, Scotland Yard or MI6 are allowed. But, humanitarian mission just to find out what's going on. Let me know what you think.